¿Qué necesitas para alcanzar tus sueños? Lo primero es querer tenerlos, aspirar a tener esos sueños. Lo segundo, liderar a otros para poder llegar a ellos. Y lo tercero, inspirarlos. Aspira, lidera, inspira. Algunas veces pensamos, ¿qué nos detiene? Quiero que veas este video en donde Emily Wright nos explica un poco de esto y creo que vale la pena. Y decirte que si aún no te has inscrito al nuevo programa de capacitación de doterra, todavía hay tiempo, recuerda. Salvador, 26 de abril, Guatemala, 17 de mayo. Les esperamos. Ve el mensaje.
So today, I want to reflect back on what Mark Wolfert talked about on Thursday. He shared about the incredible growth of the forest of the Kalea Mountain Reserve. And there's more to that story. At KMR, there is a tree called the Queen Tree, or the Mother Tree. And we believe that she is connected to every tree on the reserve through her amazing root system. The entire forest relies on the strength, the resilience, and the wisdom of this mother tree. This phenomenon of mother trees exists in forests all around the world. The mother trees care for young seedlings, sending them nutrients so that they can grow quickly, and they protect these young saplings from threats. When these young trees begin to grow, they don't have enough sunlight to thrive. The mother trees send additional nutrients to the sapling's roots. And by sharing excess carbon and nitrogen, these trees around them are able to survive and even thrive. This beautiful network becomes even more important when the forest faces stress. When drought strikes, the mother trees send nourishment to the vulnerable trees to help them survive through hard times. She shares her resources with her community, their family, because she knows they are stronger together. It is remarkable the difference a single tree can make for an entire forest. But all depends on each tree's roots reaching toward one another. When we began our efforts to restore the legacy of Iliahi, or Hawaiian sandalwood, on the island of Hawaii, we carefully planted Iliahi, koa, and now saplings in the volcanic soil of the mountain. But despite our care and attention, some trees didn't survive. So we planted new saplings in their place. In fact, the tree that I was so proud of that I planted in 2019 did not survive. The progress was slow, so slow that we started to wonder if our restoration project would be all we dreamed it could be. But although the progress was slow to our eyes, the growth below the soil was steady. Over the years, the root system of the Iliahi, koa, and now trees began growing toward each other, and finally, they connected. And once this bond was established, the growth of the trees was so rapid, it almost seemed surreal. And the best thing is, the growth is just beginning. So there is much that we can learn from nature, because this beautiful earth was created on purpose, by design, by our Creator, for each and every one of us. Just as these trees depend on the mother tree, we rely on each other. Our very survival depends on the connections we have with one another. That's why we're here, right? If we're going to triple impact, we need our root system to come together, to be united. We need to become a resilient, powerful, unbreakable network. This is why we intentionally chose direct sales. We chose to share these amazing products, this beautiful business opportunity, through the power of people. And we are here for each other no matter what, through good times, through hard times. We lift each other. We remind each other that our collective efforts are making a difference. We heal together. The world has become more disconnected than I have experienced in my lifetime. We are doing the opposite. We send nourishment to each other. doTERRA is not a typical business. As you've heard from the stage many times, we are a movement. We are a cause. And in our 16 years, I have seen what happens when we focus on numbers and key performance indicators. And I have seen what happens when we focus on our mission. It's easy to get caught up in numbers and circles and squares and triangles, isn't it? We can't forget that each one of them represents a human life. Growth is a natural product of focusing outward on a mission and purpose that is bigger than yourself. And doTERRA is a vehicle for you to do something extraordinary. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. We never thought we were. But we have always been committed to pursue with what's pure, with boldness and courage. So show me a better way to make a difference for people. Show me a better product. Show me a better business model. I challenge you to find it. What has been growing beneath the surface for 16 years is destined for fantastic growth beyond our imagination. Yes. And in order for this to happen, it's going to require for each of us to be that mother tree, to give life. As we plant seeds and share droplets of hope with others, sometimes it feels as if we're not making enough progress. Sometimes the trees we so carefully plant and nourish, just like the one I planted in 2019, don't survive. Sometimes they must be replaced. And it's easy to become disheartened because we don't see the progress as quickly as we thought we would. Some of us push ourselves harder and faster to get the seeds in the ground during the planting season. And we may see beautiful results and then suffer from burnout and find it difficult to step back into with the same level of vigor and enthusiasm. And some will give up before the seeds have time to sprout and take root. And the potential at what could have been is lost forever. Maybe we stop planting the seeds and nourishing the trees because we lack the confidence and energy to keep going. And the longer we go without planting and nourishing, the more we forget our purpose. We forget our gifts. We forget our brilliance. But over time, as we continue planting seeds and nourishing the trees we planted, our root systems expand and connect. A bond is forged, a community is created, and a bigger purpose pulses through us. This is when growth accelerates and a movement is born. I got vulnerable with you on Thursday about our frankincense story. And today, I want to get vulnerable with you again. But this time, it's much more personal. When I announced that my role was changing to chair of the board in February at our leadership retreat in Nashville, I stated that I was excited to reclaim my life. I had been in the planting season for 16 consecutive years, and I had really never lifted my head up to know what life could look like outside of that season. So I took time to determine what my next season would be. I learned a lot about myself this summer. I took many quiet walks. I spent a lot of time on my knees. I asked a lot of questions. I spent much needed time connecting with my family. I still showed up for Zoom calls and podcasts and leadership calls whenever I was invited. I continued to post on social media and comment and love on you. I led board meetings and made important decisions for the business with my amazing business partners. But my heart wasn't the same. I went inward. I began to question my value. You see, my identity had been connected to my executive role for so many years, and I didn't know how to separate that. I started to wonder if my best years were behind me and questioned if I had anything more to offer. I didn't feel enough. I was hiding, and I hated the way it made me feel. Have any of you felt this way? Yeah. I think oftentimes we look at people and think they've got it all figured out. They've got it all put together, and it doesn't matter at what stage of life you're at. Adversity will always come when we are doing good things. And I have recognized that I have to call that adversity out for what it is and say, not today. Not today. I've got work to do. So through this process, I began looking for different ways to create beautiful impact. And as I searched for many months, I couldn't find anything else that allowed me to change lives in a meaningful and lasting way, in the way that I can through doTERRA. My greatest desire is to help people come to know who they are, to help them find purpose, to unlock their divine potential, to step into the measure of their creation. And there is no other vehicle that allows me to impact people on the level that I can right here. The process I went through to remind me of this was personal and spiritual in nature. It was a painful but necessary journey. I made the decision to step fully back into leading doTERRA forward. I chose to stop focusing inward, to let go of the feelings of not being enough, because they're not true. They're not true for me. They're not true for you. Every single one of us is enough right now. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, especially that voice in your head. I forgave. I asked for forgiveness. I repaired relationships. And I started to dream again. And my dreams got bigger. We are not finished. Just as what was stated on Thursday, the next doTERRA is right here. It is this doTERRA, and we are just beginning. I have never felt more alive than I feel right now. I have never felt more confident in doTERRA's future than I do today. We all have been prepared for this moment. We are here to heal. We are here to dream. We are here to grow beyond what we think possible. And we are here to become the person that our younger selves will be proud of. We are here to lead a movement. And I believe doTERRA is an inspired company with a grander purpose than any of us can fully comprehend. I reclaim my commitment to move this cause forward, to be an advocate for hope and healing, but I can't do it alone. I can only do it with you. I need you to rise up with me. And so I want to ask you a question. Are you a mother tree for your community, reaching your roots out towards the people who need you? Or are you hiding? And I want you to really contemplate that question, Because hiding looks different for all of us. We don't typically even realize that we're hiding. We can hide in the busyness of life or the busyness of our business, which sucks our energy and gives us no fulfillment. And the world makes us feel that if we're busy, we're important, right? We can hide in the perfection of preparation and find every excuse why it's not quite ready to launch or to share. We can hide in fear of judgment or failure and give power to others that do not appreciate our gifts. Don't give them that power. Maybe someone we invested in quit after years of our pouring into them, and we fear being rejected or hurt or failing. And that fear holds us back from trying again, and we hide from it. We can hide in feeling inadequate or not enough, like I just did. We can hide in feeling overwhelmed with life and being too busy to create space for the things that set our soul on fire. So to the gentleman that I spoke to in Cafe Melisse, this is for you, right? We can hide in resentment or anger for the way we've been treated. We can hide behind our health, our body image, our rank, our title, the list goes on. Does any of this sound familiar? Yes? Probably every one of us in this room have been guilty at one time or another of hiding. So I invite you to be honest with yourself. Have you been hiding behind an excuse? Have you been living below your divine potential? And if so, how does that make you feel? We, as human beings who are created in God's image, are wired for challenge. We need a challenge in order to come alive. We need a purpose that drives us forward, a mountain to climb, a why that is so big we can't let it go. But that requires letting go of our excuses. We must come out of hiding, and we must enter a different type of season, like the mother tree. What if we embraced a season with greater intention, with more grace and wisdom, attracting rather than chasing? No more burnout, right? Yes? Yes. Because when you have a vision that is so clear, when you have a why that is so big, that's when you become a magnet. That's when you attract. I had an amazing conversation with another gentleman a couple of weeks ago. And he says, Emily, I'm feeling the pull, but I don't know where to start. When we have that vision, when we know what it is that we want, you will attract the people that want the same things in your life. So can we make a commitment here and today? There will be no more feelings of falling short and not being enough. Can we commit to that? And can we help other people feel the same as we breathe belief into each other? Every single person on this planet matters. Every single person has a dream that lives inside of them, a story begging to be born. The world is full of people waiting for the hope and the healing that we have. So will you raise your voice so they can find you? Or will you hide? It is a choice that you have to make every single day. And it's not easy. It's easy to say yes here in this arena, to say yes, I will be that voice, I will be that person, I will seek them out. But when we get back to our homes, we get scared again, and we fear the pain, and oftentimes we shut down. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. I'm going to say that one more time. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. It's in front of you, whether you can see it yet or not. Don't wait until you have everything figured out. Don't get lost in the perfection of the preparation. Take a step forward anyway, even if you lack faith, because action builds belief, not the other way around. We take action, that belief is built. We might be afraid of taking a step forward because it might mean pain, right? It could mean judgment, it could mean rejection, it could mean a lot of things. But for me, not taking that step is what causes the greatest pain, because I know I am not living up to the measure of my creation. And I don't want to meet my Maker and say, I am sorry that I didn't live up to what you created me to become. There might not be another person on the planet who can do what you do, who can touch another life the way you can touch them. And if you can't tell, I am on fire, knowing that I have something to offer the world. And I hope that each and every one of you feel that fire, knowing you have something so spectacular to offer the world. And each of us get to commit to find a way to come out of hiding, to give forgiveness, even if they don't deserve it. Heal the relationships. People will quit, people will leave, people will hurt you, people will reject you. It's okay. That's on them. That's a missed opportunity for them. What others think of you is none of your business. We go and find new trees to plant. My tree got replaced and now it's growing strong. We're going to nourish those trees and we're going to love the heck out of them. This will inspire new growth and expand your root network. Believe in yourself. When doubts come, whether from others or from yourself, rely on the knowledge and the know who you are. Know who created you. Know why you're here upon this earth. None of us were created to play on a small stage. Each of us are wired for greatness. Know what you are creating and why that is important to you. I changed the way I pray recently. After giving gratitude for all that has been created in my behalf, I share my dreams. And then I pray that my burden may be light and that my joy might be great in the journey. Sometimes we make our burdens heavier than they need to be. It can be light because we never walk alone. The work you do should energize you, not deplete you. If it doesn't energize you, then you haven't found your purpose yet, or you simply need to expand it. And that's what I've recently done. My dream, my purpose is expanded so big that I get goosebumps. It's like, okay, I can see this. So I invite you to reclaim your vision, to reclaim your passion, to reclaim your health, to reclaim your freedom, to reclaim your story, and step more fully into fulfilling the measure of your creation. We have one life to live. We each have an extraordinary work to do. And our collective efforts will create a healing movement that this world has never seen. Yes. Yes. Growth will come as we reach out to one another, connecting in new and powerful ways. And like we saw at KMR, once our roots are connected, the growth will accelerate at a pace that will amaze us. I'm in. My roots are sunk deeply into this beautiful, mighty, awe-inspiring cause. I am home. I know where I belong. You are home. You belong here. So I ask you, are you in with me? Are you in? And will you commit with me to bring people home, to bring them that hope and healing that they want to have in their life, to help every single person on the planet rise up to the measure of their creation? Yes! Look around you. We've got this. I love you so much. I'd like to bring my partners out on stage with me as we bid you farewell. And remember this feeling you have in your heart right now. Let's go out and change the world.